Hello my friends, welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. Coming at you today from my Global Domination headquarters garage on a unusual rainy Southern San Diego day here. Southern California day, raining. Now with the changing of the season here, the time change and all that, it's kind of messed me up honestly. I'm sure a lot of people get the same thing, but I get a little bit depressed around this time of year. Just less sunshine, and of course, I'm pretty well blessed here in Southern California, having pretty good weather. But the weather changes a little bit here. Once it gets below 60, people in San Diego start busting out winter jackets and that sort of thing. But I'm sure in different parts of the country, you're starting to get snow or frost or whatever, and it's kind of depressing. So I've kind of been in a little bit of a funk, honestly. But anyway, I'm busting out of that. We're taking care of that, and we're gonna work on something that if you've got a honey like I do, then you have a honey-do list. So it's time to start tackling some more honey-do list items. Now, she's got a pretty healthy list of items for me to take care of, but one that I know isn't on the list, but I know needs to get taken care of is the trimmer on these windows here on our little bay window, or whatever you call it. So if you look, excuse the recyclables here, I'm missing a piece on the bottom and I'm missing a piece on the top, and that is for this side as well. So I need to get those made up. Now, this has been in the back of my mind to get this done a few times, and I went to the local big box hardware store and stopped to get those little pieces of lumber so I could fix that up, because I didn't have anything up in my lumber rack up here that was the right size. I got some scraps of stuff up here, but nothing was the right size. So I was just gonna pick them up. Now, the last time I went there, first I stopped here and I measured these. And these are, as you can see, 1.5-ish inches. So those are 1x2s. The last time I stopped off there, they didn't have any 1x2s. The little area where the 1x2s were was completely sold out. So I just figured, well, maybe it was my unlucky day. Now, I seem to have a lot of those unlucky days sometimes. But anyway, I don't live too far away. And since it was raining today, I knew I wasn't going to be getting out on any adventures. I thought I'd maybe take a stab at this. Stopped off there again, and once again, 1x2s were sold out. What the heck? Well, I was about to storm out of there, having a little hissy fit, but I decided, well, I have a table saw, so I did the next best thing, and I bought myself a 1x4, which, as you can see, is 3.5 inches. Now, if you're not familiar with working with lumber, don't get too confused by the numbers. A 1x4 is not 1x4. A 2x4 is not 2x4. And why that is, well, it's all about conserving materials and getting square edges on things and this and that over the years. But anyway, once you figure it out, you just deal with it. So what I did is I purchased a 1x4, and that was $3. The 1x2 was, let's see, it was $2.42. So it would have been $5 for this piece, and instead now I have a 1x4, which I am going to cut into two 1x2s. I have a table saw. Let's take advantage of it. It's more of a pain in the butt for me, but honestly, it's just going to take longer to get the table saw out than it is to make that cut. So I'm going to move my truck out of the way here, bring the table saw over here, working on a little bit of rain. It's okay. I am definitely not made of sugar. I'm not going to melt. But instead of getting upset about not having the piece, I'm just going to do the little bit extra work. I'm going to cut that 1x4 into a couple of 1x2s. Then we'll knock some 45s off on it and fit them in here. And I'll put some primer on them, and I think I might even have some paint. Yeah, it's not the best weather to do it, but I'm gonna get it done because I'm sick of seeing that there. And that's one more thing I can knock off the honeydew list. Keep my honey happy, and make some room at the bottom of the list for more things for her to get done, I guess. So stick around here, won't you? And we'll make 2 boards out of 1, I guess. Of course, once I started taping, it started raining a little bit more here, but whatever. Let's see if we can't get these things cut and move this operation into the garage. Set my fence to 1.5. Adjusted my cut depth above this. Let's see if we can make it happen. I just need to make one more cut like that, and then we'll have our 2 pieces. All right, we've moved the operation indoors now a little bit, just inside the garage. I'm gonna start by cutting the 45s off the corner of both of these. All right, now we have two set up with 45s. Now I need to go out here and measure. And I'm going to measure each one individually because my house, nothing is square on it. So I am not going to count on the fact that these are the same windows. So I'm going to measure each one individually. We'll knock them all out and test fit them first. See how it goes. Look at the rain coming down out here. There's some sawdust out there. It's going to turn to mush. Well, the rain was kind of relentless for a little bit there. It just kept coming down, and I didn't want to go right over to just this area, which is 5 feet outside of my garage. Well, mostly because it was coming right off of the roof onto me as I was trying to measure. So I had to stop for a couple hours. But anyway, I found some primer I got here, stirred it up. Didn't look the best, but it'll be fine. And I found the actual paint for the trim, which now I'm gonna go into a little rant here. So, men, what color is this over here for this trim? It's white. For women, well, that could be eggshell, it could be parchment, it could be, what do we got here? Cotton sheets. It's white. This primer will probably look exactly the same, but no, it's cotton sheets. Hey, I barely know my primary colors. I don't need to know all these other colors of white. But anyway, I want to put some of this primer on here, and then we'll top it off with some cotton sheets, and then see if we can't get it installed. Now I'm gonna have to do put some caulking around it because it's just not gonna line up the best with the metal, or whatever it is, metal or plastic trim that the edge of the window has. But I'll at least get it up, and then after a few days of drying out, I'll get the caulking up there. One other thing I wanted to note was that, yes, each of these were different, a little bit different size, so I've labeled them with the BS, BN, TS, TN, so bottom south, bottom north, top south. So obviously I'm gonna have to paint the other side of these so that I know where they go once I have them painted. Well, the weather was just not cooperating at all yesterday. It rained all day, and you know, painting with that much cold and humidity in the air isn't the best either. So it took a while, everything dry, and then after I put on the primer, had to add the cotton sheets, white, on there. So let's get started installing these things and see if we can't get this done. The sky looks a lot nicer today. Still a little bit overcast, but things are drying out. And cleaning out the garage a little bit here. Here's a not often seen view of this side of my garage. So there you go. All All right, I'm gonna try to get these installed using my air nailer. I'm not sure because it looks like this kind of wooden siding crap here is a little bit bowed out in the center. So you can kind of see maybe how this is like that, but we'll see if we can't get it tacked in. Might have to put more of these in here than I want. Oh, excuse me, I'm sure I'm right in front of the camera. Yeah, we didn't get the best corner on here, but I am going to come back and fill all this in with caulking anyway. It's not a good excuse, but it's an excuse nonetheless. There we go. And I already climbed up on the, I used the safety chair there, climbed up there. So yeah, that looks a little bit nicer having all the trim around there than this uncompleted look that we've dealt with here for too long. And it wasn't even on the honey-do list, but I'm just trying to do my best to get out from underneath some of this stuff, and I still have a little bit more to do. I gotta paint that trim there around the door, and she probably wants all this red stuff painted white as well, or taken down, I don't know. And I want to try to design something to put right here. I've had potted plants in there for a while. I think we had rocks just like on this side for a while. But I'm thinking about maybe making a wooden planter box that fits in there. Maybe out of pallets, and put some of these kind of succulents in here. Maybe do like a two-step, two-row type of planter box. So if anyone out there is creative, I have a little bit of creativity, but it's not my strong suit. So if anyone out there is creative and would like to give me some input as to what you think would look good right here, I would love to hear from you. Help give me some ideas, and I will put your idea into motion. Yeah, there you go. I love it. So help me out. Help me help you. It'll be something I can do on my channel too, so it's all good. Let me knock out these other ones, and I'm gonna call this a day on this project. So thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure, even if it's raining. Adios. All right, I know I said adios, but the weatherman said it wasn't supposed to rain today, and I found some 20-minute caulk. So there's what she looks like, sealed up. So it gives it that finished look. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios the second time.